Siem Reap is my favorite place to live in Cambodia after spending time all over Cambodia in expat favorite cities such as Kep, Kampot, Battambang, Phnom Penh, and Siem Reap. This report includes my cost of living data collected for Siem Reap with my feet on the ground here in 2025. I last shared my cost of living data for Siem Reap 5 years ago. That is available in the full report so you can judge how things have changed here in 5 years. I travel the world and report on the best places to retire overseas. I left the United States 18 years ago, 73 countries so far. I'm happy to report that Cambodia is still one of the cheapest places to live, as I will now explain. The bus from Phnom Penh, Cambodia to Siem Reap, Cambodia took 5 hours and cost $9. As usual, I found the ground transportation on Rome to Rio. The grab taxi from the bus stop in Siem Reap to my accommodations was $4. The cost of living numbers I'm about to share with you are for a couple who decides to live in Cambodia for a year. But I recommend visiting first before determining if Cambodia is right for you. So start with the short-term accommodations for your exploratory visit. My short-term accommodations were $18 US per night. The hot water pressure was below what most Westerners expect, so I suggest booking elsewhere. But book within the area of this Google map so everything you need in daily life is walkable for your exploratory visit. Walkable areas appear on Google Maps with the tan colored marking as shown in this Google map. The link to this map is on the first link in the notes below this YouTube video. In this video, I'll share my updated cost of living numbers, but the full report includes retirement desirability factors such as medical, walkability, internet, food, weather, things to do, social considerations, expat community, real estate, and my overall retirement desirability score for Siem Reap, Cambodia. The written report also includes my favorite restaurants, things to do, nightlife walking tour, city walking tour, and other useful information, plus my report from 5 years ago. Okay, here are my estimated costs of living converted into US dollars if the two of us move to Siem Reap year-round on a tight budget. As I go, I will also share what more typical middle-range expats might spend. Estimated cost to retire in Siem Reap, Cambodia. Rents. My friend Sonia from Nan with the Backpack YouTube channel has a video showing you the apartment she got for $200 US on a 1-year lease. If you rent for a shorter period of time on Airbnb, it would be much more expensive. If you rent a larger apartment on a 1-year lease, the middle range rent would be higher, around $500 US per month, depending upon area and size. Here's the process we use to find great apartments. So we'll show you a table of all the expenses in a moment. We'll use $200 per month for our lower rent estimate and $500 rent for the middle cost of living estimate for expats who want a little more space. If you're willing to ride a scooter or car about 10 minutes outside of Central, you could easily save an additional 10 to 20% on rent. Utilities. We estimate that the year-round average for our utilities would be around $50 US per month. The utilities would cost more for the larger space, starting at around $100 US per month. Groceries. When possible, we would purchase fruits and vegetables from the farmers market, small shops, and street vendors to save money. But we would also shop in grocery stores for non-perishable foods and other things like shampoo and detergents. We estimate around $250 per month for groceries. Other expats are likely to shop more often in expensive grocery stores, often spending more like $350 per month on groceries. Restaurants. We would eat out twice per week, mostly in the more local style restaurants a few blocks back from the tourist areas, for about $2 to $4 per meal per person, and 1 or 2 splurges per month of around $6 to $10 US dollars per meal per person. If you add all that up, we would spend around $140 per month for the two of us in restaurants. We may have a beer here and there, but that's covered below under alcohol. Other expats are likely to eat more often in expensive expat-style restaurants and less in local-style restaurants and cook less at home, so they would likely spend more like $280 per month for 2 people in restaurants. It is lifestyle dependent. Cell phone data. The cost to get a single prepaid SIM card for your unlocked smartphone is about $10 per month. When we were out of the house together, both phones could be online using the hotspot. Other expat couples are likely to buy 2 prepaid SIM cards, so they would spend about $20 per month. Laundry. Many long-term apartments in Siem Reap have a washing machine, and my above grocery estimate includes laundry detergent, so laundry would cost nothing extra. People in Southeast Asia hang dry their clothes. Drinking water. We didn't see reverse osmosis delivery in 20-liter jugs here, so we'd probably get a Brita water filter for the refrigerator. The filter refills would be about $5 per month. Internet. Many apartments include 15 megabits per second Wi-Fi in the rent, but other expats might be willing to buy their own dedicated Wi-Fi for 50 megabits per second up and down for about $45 US for in-home Wi-Fi. Transportation. The city of Siem Reap is very centralized, so we just walked everywhere. They also have Grab, taxi, tuk-tuks that are pretty cheap. But we would walk mostly and spend about $20 US per month for transportation. Other expats may take more Grab taxis, walk less, and possibly buy a scooter. So I'll estimate $120 per month for them for gas and that sort of thing. Alcohol, which is optional, of course. Domestic beers in corner markets are about $1 for a half liter, which is about 16 ounces. That works out to be about 75 cents US for a standard sized can of beer in the US. In bars and restaurants, domestic beers range from about $1 to $6. So we estimate around $80 per month on alcohol for the 2 of us. Other expats often spend a higher amount for imported foreign or craft beers and in convenience stores, bars, and restaurants. So we'll estimate about $200 per month for 2 people for them. Entertainment. I would say optional also. We would budget about $200 per month for entertainment for the 2 of us. We generally enjoy doing more do-it-yourself kinds of entertainment, so other expats might spend a little more, maybe $300 per month for the 2 of them. Estimated cost to retire in Siem Reap. Let's add it all up. For the lower cost, rent $200, utilities $50, groceries $250, rents $140. These are in US dollars, by the way. Cell data $15, laundry $0, drinking water $5, internet $0, transportation $20. Those are your basic costs. They add up to about $680. That's what it would cost us, our estimate. Add $80 for alcohol, that would put us at $760. $200 for entertainment would put us at $960. So what would middle range or more typical expats be spending? Their rent would be around $500, utilities $100, groceries $350, restaurant $280, cell data $30, $5 for drinking water, $45 for internet, $120 for transportation. Well, their basic cost would be $1,430. Alcohol at $200 would put them at $1,630. If they spent $300 on entertainment, it would put them at $1,930. We gathered this data with our feet on the ground here in January of 2025, so just for inflation after that. The above lower estimate cost of living would be if the 2 of us lived in Siem Reap on a tight budget. The middle estimate is just an example of what more typical expats might spend if they moved here. To understand what it would cost you to live here, you must put your feet on the ground and see how you would choose to live, eat, and entertain yourself and add it all up. It does not matter what anyone else spends because we are all different. Your numbers will be different. So what would it cost you to live in Siem Reap, Cambodia? If you're going to try to retire cheap offshore, make sure to read my report, The 2 Biggest Risks of Retiring Early for Cheap Offshore. Link provided, which explains why you should have emergency funds available for unexpectedly large expenses and how much more. To get a better understanding of things you should add to our estimated cost of living, watch this video, 9 reasons you can't retire on $1,000 a month overseas. You should also add anything to the above table that you spend money on in your home country that is not listed in the above table. Presumably, you find those things necessary in life. To do that, visit Numbeo for Siem Reap and add anything not mentioned in the above table. Anything not mentioned on Numbeo, you should add during your exploratory visit to Siem Reap so you learn your personal cost of living before deciding to move here. Never move anywhere until you visit first personally to verify the living costs for your lifestyle and needs. I'm not guaranteeing these prices. These are just my notes and estimates from the time of my visit. In this post, your costs will likely be drastically different depending on your lifestyle and how long it's been since this post. Many of the expats we meet living overseas are self-insured for medical. That means that not everyone buys health insurance when they move overseas. That probably sounds crazy to many of you. I didn't carry medical insurance for my first 17 years living overseas, but last year I bought medical insurance. If you're wondering what it costs and what it covers, watch my medical insurance video at this link. This is not an affiliate link. By the way, all these links are at the first link in the notes below this YouTube video. More typical expats living costs in Siem Reap range from about $1,600 to $3,000 per month, but people who spend that much often have higher savings, incomes, or pensions. They often report spending more on accommodations, entertainment, eating out more, traveling more, drinking more alcohol. Many also have more expensive cars, houses, or apartments. Cambodia visas, tourist visa. Many countries can get a visa on entry for $40 US. Make sure to bring one passport size photo and US cash for your visa on entry. The US cash you give to immigration must be the most recent version. They do not accept past versions, even though past versions are legal tender inside the USA. The notes must also be pristine condition, no tears, marks, inks, or fading. I'm not kidding. You can also apply for a tourist T-type visa before arriving in Cambodia. Okay, retiree visa. If you think you may want to get a long stay visa while you're in Cambodia, you must apply and obtain an E-type visa before you arrive in Cambodia. If you enter Cambodia with an E-type visa instead of a tourist visa, you'll be eligible to apply for an ER-type visa, which is a retirement visa. Employment or business visa. If you are under age 55 and don't qualify for the retirement visa, and you think you may want to get a long stay visa while you're in Cambodia, you must apply and obtain an E-type visa before you arrive in Cambodia. If you enter Cambodia with a tourist or T-type visa or a tourist visa on arrival, you'll be required to exit Cambodia and re-enter with an E-type visa. Once in Cambodia, you can apply for a work permit if you need one, as discussed by the following two guests who were too young to get a retirement visa. They'll be in my the link below in the guest star videos. If you'd like to find out more about our lifetime membership to our Retire Overseas reports and course on screen now, or come to vagabondbuddha.com and click the membership button. Thanks for watching our video.